So it's true, I did lose $20,000 in the matter of 5 months. I'm going to share with you in today's video what happened and the 2 most important things I learned from that. So that way you don't have to make the same mistakes I did. But before we jump into that, if you can make sure to like that subscribe button and then subscribe. But before we dive into that, if you can make sure to like that subscribe button and then subscribe to that like button, be greatly appreciated. Let's jump in. On October 2nd, 2023 is when I finalized the sale of my first house. And I'll be honest with you, it was the most money I've ever made or had sitting in an account. With that, I took some of that money and put it towards mine and my wife's wedding, paid off a couple debts. But lastly, the $20,000 I had left, I decided to invest in myself and create something of my own. So in walks day trading. Dun, dun, dun. And if you're not familiar what that is, it's honestly just where you look at stocks, cryptos, different investments, and you trade contracts or futures on them on whether the price is going to go up or go down. Why I got into day trading was because I've always wanted to be able to have something of my own business, pursue something that would allow me the freedom that comes with that. The freedom to choose who I spend my time with, the freedom to be able to hang out with who I want to hang out with, work with my friends and my family, and just be able to be present in every moment. Not be tied to 9 to 5 and helping someone else build their dream. So after doing all my research, I started trading, and I was trading every single day, refining, back testing, putting everything I had into this because this was my opportunity to create something for myself, because it takes money to make money, something I have always heard. But then slowly, I lost $5,000. Then I lost another $5,000. Then another. Within 3.5 months of trading every single day, I was already down $15,000. I felt awful. I felt shame. I felt guilt. One of the hardest times of my life, because I was constantly thinking, what if? And I thought that I could be one of those people that committed to a process of learning something new and see majority of the upside, not a lot of the downsides, which all I saw was mainly downsides from trading. It was not fun. I do not recommend it for anybody, especially if you don't have the money to lose. And I know traders out there make money, and if you watch this, hey, good on you. I'm proud. I just couldn't do it. It wasn't for me. So I reloaded my last $5,000, and within a month and a half, it was gone as well. So I was out $20,000 and had knowledge about something that I could no longer afford to do. From that experience and my time going through that, I learned a lot. But there's 2 things that I learned that has changed everything for me and my whole thought process and beliefs. So the first thing I learned is that if I can't budget $3,000 a month for my normal income, how in the hell was I gonna budget and manage $20,000? That right there is when it clicked. I realized, okay, we've got some work we need to do. So to avoid that mistake like I did, make sure you know how to manage your money with what you already have. Because if you do come into a lump sum of money like I did, if you don't know how to manage your money, you don't know how to budget, it's gonna go very quickly, and that shame and guilt and the what ifs you feel are just awful. And the second thing I learned is taking calculated risk. Making sure you know exactly what you're doing and making sure the information you have received is from somebody who is credible is so important. So if you're ever gonna take a risk and go all in on yourself, make sure you do the groundwork. Make sure it's calculated. Write out your plan. Know exactly how you're gonna approach it, what you're gonna do, and what are those goals that you're trying to accomplish throughout it. And that's why I got into budgeting and understanding my finances. That way this would never happen again. So if you wanna learn about the mistakes I've made, the wins I've gotten, and what me and my wife have found that are working for us now that can help benefit you on budgeting and financial planning, then make sure to like that subscribe button, subscribe that like button, and let's both grow from this and never make the same mistakes I did. I appreciate you for watching, and once again, as always, my name is Derek, and welcome to the Happy Piggy Bank.